Welcome into Sunday Sermon, where our scripture book is Mr. Neely Jr. Fuller's book, The United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept, a textbook workbook for thought, speech, and/or action for victims of racism, which is white supremacy. This is the original 1984 book that Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. put out. And since then, he has a 2017, whatever. I got it something. It's 2017 edition, and along with a word guide. This has some words in the back of the book, but these are two separate volumes. And then because when he put that book out in 2017, then what happened? People said, "Hi, we like the original book." And he said, "Well, but I just revised it." They said, "No, we want the." So he brought back the original book, but it's in a smaller format. This is the original one. This was gifted to me from Dr. James Conyers. He's my brother. So, brothers do for each other. Y'all know that. Brothers do for each other. So he said, "Hey," and then I took it down here and then took it to Alice where Lovedale Press is, and I had them bind it and sign it. You see, Lovedale Press upside down for you, but it's all right. This is the modern world, so you can take it and blow that up, turn it around, and say, "Hey, is the brother lying?" Nah, it ain't. If I'm lying, I'm flying. That's black. That's black English. Don't worry about that. So this time we were going through things nice and neatly, but I'm just going to turn to any page, boop, like that. This page I've got is 125, like 125th Street. Black. It used to be Black Becca. Now, when Clinton put some offices up there, and then all of a sudden it became white. But I knew before then, in the 80s, I was at a meeting. In fact, who was there? Preston Wilcox, educated. We had not a meeting. It was like a thing at the borough president's office, and we was there. We was there at the young and they revealed this in the 80s. They revealed what they were going to do to Harlem, gentrification. They were going to do da. This was there, and nobody did that. The only person I knew was thinking was Barbara Antier, the great Barbara Antier, peace and blessings on her eternal soul. She ran National Black Theater, and she was telling people, buy your houses, buy the thing. People, people like they moving out, people getting famous, they moving away. My grandmother said something about that. Because she read Lorraine Hansberry's "Raisin in the Sun" for her senior citizens thing in Pasadena Center. At the same time, I was going to graduate school for playwriting, so I knew "Raisin in the Sun." But the funny thing is, she told me, she said, "I don't understand. Why did they move away? Because that's Raisin Sun, you're moving away to the suburbs, right? Why did they move away? They should have stayed." And I had the same thought when I read the book. Maybe me and my grandmother just connected. Who knows? But I'm just saying, if you think about it, that was an older woman, read the same thing. I'm being educated, in the postgraduate study, whatever have you. And we come to the same thought, what does that mean to you? Education is what? Education is what you okay, you figured it out. Oh, look, I got to politics here. Politics. Okay. Do not speak. But anyway, there's 9 areas of activity, but we're going to do politics. I'm not going through the whole thing right now. Do not speak and/or act in support of any formal system of birth control for the non-white people of the known universe until such time as the births of all white people come to a complete halt. It's scripture. Hey, Mr. Neely Fuller Jr., it's scripture. I'm just reading what he says. I'm like your preacher, right? I'm supposed to interpret it, but I don't think I don't think you have to interpret that, right? Reason explanation of this, what he just said. Many white people practice racism, white supremacy. Those white people who practice racism do not intend for any non-white people to be born without their permission. That's the intention. Such a restriction is by such people is non-just and incorrect. You can't tell somebody else what to do, but then the white supremacists do. Okay. Therefore, as long as white supremacy racism exists, non-white people should be wary of all birth control programs that are suggested by and or controlled by others. Oh, I'm gonna rest there. I'm sorry. Hey.
Yeah.
That's it. It says it all. It says it all for me. T from the Pattersons, taking the train to Tibet, letting you know, well, what I suspect, but what Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. in our text, our scripture, lets you know.